And we're live. Hello, everyone. Today, Friday, end of the week. Excellent, excellent. So, let's talk today about, in my opinion, one of the most interesting subject, which is search. How to create, how to use, how to utilize search. Search is extremely powerful feature in Jira. And I'm going to share in this short tutorial how to do it. Plus, if you want, I'm going to also give you my templates, my tutorials, how to do it. And I'm going to highly encourage you to spend more time on search. I'm going to give you just like this few really cool tips. And by the end of this training, I also got a surprise for you. I'm going to just give you something special. So let's do not waste time for today. And I don't have actually any slides, believe it or not. I decided I'm going to do it without slides. So let's very quickly talk about the search functionality in Jira. By the way, we're going to use again Jira Cloud version. So if you do not have it, I'm highly encourage you to take your very own version. How to do it? You basically go into Atlassian website, try it now, and believe me, that free version. There is of course a catch, but that free version is going to be absolutely fine. Because the catch is in free version, you're not going to get access to advanced permissions, to be honest, and there's like something like 2 gig of space. What does it mean? Not advanced, not advanced permissions. You won't be able to create a private project, but it's fine because for search it works absolutely fine. All right, so let's do it. How we can utilize search? There are 3 levels if we're talking about the search in Jira. By the way, as I said, I'm going to use cloud version, but if using server, it is going to be very, very, very similar, almost identical. Even the menus are the same. So the basic search is always located on the top of the menu. And believe me, it is super powerful. How I use this, if for instance we're looking for a keyword, let's say a demo, uh, there you go. I'm gonna just use those functionality. I'm gonna paste this into the search bar, and as you can see, it is gonna provide me everything with the demo keyword located inside the tickets, inside even the boards. Even if you have John demo, it's gonna be also listed under the filters and assignees. Yeah, so super, super, super powerful. Additionally, in the cloud version, if we go to the Confluence, yeah, we don't have to switch because my Jira version is actually connected to the Confluence and Bitbucket, by the way, and you don't have to really go to this chessboard left hand side. It's going to switch between. Um, you can decide, if you want to look at demo keyword also in Confluence. There you go. That's going to work really cool. And well, it is super powerful, but it has some limits. Yes, but I can, I use this pretty often. So, like for instance, I don't know why, but sometimes even somebody's is telling me, "Oh, can you have a look at ticket?" If Jira is so cool because you can operate in the ticket name DSM-1. There you go. It's going to be straight away. Just paste this into the search bar, and additionally, I know it is going to be also located on the board. Yeah, and there is actually some filters included to that. So I'm highly encourage you to have a look if you never, or just like briefly talk about the just think about the search. Have a look at this. But what is the limitation? Yeah, what is the limitation of that search? Yeah, well, the limit is obviously pretty obvious. We if we would like to narrow it down, well, from this actually place, it is not possible. That's why we're gonna very quickly go into that, actually our search navigator, as they call it, and it is little, I even to me, confusing in the Jira Cloud, because now they've kind of redesigned this, actually filled this view, and goes like a semi-advanced and like advanced mode. I'm going to show you how to do it. So anyway, if we go into the top bar and any projects, and yeah, I've got like a few real life examples for you. We will focus on, let's say, SSB. So it doesn't really matter. And yeah, if you want to repeat my steps, absolutely do it. Absolutely do it, because I can tell you, if I can give you my one tip, that's going to be especially about the learning. how to use the search, you have to do it. Yeah? So that's like watching this stuff is not going to help you at all. So how to actually utilize a search functionality, which is built into project, basically into Jira, that little bit more advanced. So every single time when you are inside the project, you're going to see this menu on the left hand side, and it's for most of them. I think it's not going to be present for service desk, but there's still a way to actually get it to that. So if you navigate to the issues, there you go, and that automatically switches to this, as I think historically was called issue navigator. Yeah, and you're going to see something like this over here. We've got all issues, all open issues. So this is the part of the filter. Yeah, that's the part of the filter. And something interesting is happening over here. I'm going to just take a bit there. So we have at this moment access to this really powerful tool. So let's actually very quickly explore, because there was two options, basic and jiggle. There's one more advanced, which in my opinion is like kind of confusing, because we've got this advanced mode, which is going to be only with the JQL. I really hope Atlassian is going to, I don't know, maybe kind of remove it in the future. It looks like they're gonna probably gonna remove it. Yeah. So if we're gonna talk about this basic functionality, what's the difference? Obviously, if we switch to basic, we still will be able to put our keyword, which is going to be a demo. But here we've got a little bit more control. Yeah. So we can actually go down and select how many projects, because before obviously this is global, and now this functionality is going to allow us to have a more, like more control. So at the moment I can actually select one project, or maybe 3 or 4 or 5. So that's going to be absolutely up to you. Okay, so we're going down. We've got type. There you go. And maybe let's actually have some fun with this. I'm gonna select. We're gonna look at for tasks and stories. So as you can see, we're going down. So the amount of the fee of the issues is going down. It's been reduced from, I don't know, like something like 10 or something like this to 6. But let's go down. Let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. And additionally, I also would like to, let's see, because I don't know if it's going to be for blocked, or maybe not blocked, but maybe in progress and to do. In progress and in to do. So as you can see, we're going down to 5 tickets right now. And also, we can go deeper. We can actually not go for assignees. But what if we are looking for something more specific? Because obviously this functionality is only going to be fine for like project type and status. And what if we are looking, for example, something which is going to be based on a component? Yeah. So like, I don't know if we've got any component, but I'm going to maybe create very quickly something. Let's create a component. Go backend. Copy this and unassign. Yep, why not? Okay, let's go back very quickly. And I'm going to go into, actually, I'm planning to do a training about the components later. But let's actually create, maybe assign 2 issues to the same component. Yeah. So what is going to happen now? Obviously, there is no such thing as the components from that top menu. Well, not true, because it is there. It should be. I hope it's going to be there. If you click that more, because I have sometimes strange experience with this. If we go I think that is the probably what I've got last time. But again, still absolutely fine, because it's like this. Maybe you're going to look at for due date. Yeah. So we're going to go for due date. We're going to go for in a range or more than, which I'm going to show you a little bit later. But exactly what is going to happen if we are looking for components? Because this is a very, very good example. You click that more, start typing components, and it is not there. Why? Because this is the limitation in the Jira Cloud. In the server is a little different. They're not going to provide all these custom fields values. So that is the reason why I would like to highly encourage you now to switch into the JQL. And even if you never wrote a single line of code, that is going to be still fine, because believe me, GQL is a super intuitive and super easy script language to learn, because it is kind of language. So please have some fun with that basic functionality, explore it, maybe associate with a few projects, assign it to a few projects, maybe just experiment with the tasks. And if you're ready, if you think that's absolutely fine, let's switch it to the JQL. I'm going to show you how to do it from start, and we're going to do something really interesting, which is going to be we start utilizing components from first minute of this training. Yeah, so from the first minute of the GQL. So I'm going to reset everything, like this. But I'm going to actually leave that sample project because I would like to show you something very interesting. I have a I do not use, to be honest, I do not use that basic functionality a lot. However, there is one exception, because why I prefer straight away go to the GQL. There is one exception. Jira is going to help you and build for you JQL in the background. Yeah, and how to do it? Really simple. Just switch to JQL and you're going to see something interesting happens. There you go. We've got our keyword, demo, and project, and there is order. So it looks like, if you're not familiar with the JQL, let's start from very scratch. Yeah. So I'm going to start from project, and look at this. Every time when I'm start typing, Jira is going to help you. It's going to just like provide you maybe you want to if you type PR, maybe it's going to be project. Oh yes, absolutely. And now I know my project is going to be demo. I think it was SSB. So we can actually put SSB as the code, sample scrum project B, if you know the key. And look at this. This is the simplest JQL, what you can do. Just search. There you go. We've got 35 tickets. And by the way, you can also switch, because some of you probably will have this as the list. So this is how you can actually switch. Let's switch it like this. Okay. So we've got 35 tickets. So now let's add that component super quickly. And I'm going to also show you how to do with the creation date or due date. Yeah. So my goal for this JQL is to have one project, which is the SSB. I know the code, of course. And I would like to list all components which belong to this project. So how many tickets are assigned, how many tickets inside that project got the component, which is, I think we've got something like backend. Yeah. So again, we're going to stay with the GQL. So I'm going to go for project equals, and it goes for space. And right now you can do and or. Of course, I'm going to go for and go for component. There you go. Now we've got component equals. And there is that with component is the little small issues. It is going to provide you values from whole Jira. So it's not going to limit just to that one project. But I know obviously it's a backend. Come on, I'm going to go for backend. And I'm going to go for search. And there you go. I've got two issues. So look at this, how quickly you can build a JQL. Of course, this one is super simple. Just use the JQL. And there is that little issue what I told you about the, JQL. If that query is becoming a little bit more complex, as you can see, the moving back to basic, it is not possible, which is absolutely fine, Okay, so what else? Now let's have some real life example, and I would like to show you how to utilize the dates. Yes, so the dates is pretty much simple, but we're gonna move back to basic functionality. Yeah. Okay, so again, you can leave completely up to you if you want to move components, because what's the AND operator? Yeah, so if we adding project equals SSB and components equals, for instance, backend, so those two parameters must match. Yeah, if you go or, so there's going to be this or that. However, if we would like to manipulate it with more extra and add the date, it's going to be similar, but of course we have to use a different command. Yeah, so you're going to go remove this, and let's explore what's going to happen if I start typing create. There you go. So we've got create and created. I believe that those two are the same. So I'm going to go for create is more than or equal. Minus must be. And I don't know if I actually created anything within 7 days. No. let's try maybe 20 days. No. Yeah, so this project is a little bit outdated, I have to say. But let's assume this is actually not 200. It's going to be a little bit ridiculous. But like within, why not? Maybe I haven't used this project for a while, and I would like to have a list of all issues created within that 100 days. And this is how we're going to do it. So for instance, in your case, it could be a little bit different. Maybe you want to see it all tickets created within 24 hours. So you're going to delete the days and put hours. Yeah. In my case, 0, because I've been not using this project, but still not a big deal. So we're going to go back to 200. Let's assume, it's 24 hours. Yeah. So I know, okay, it is probably everything, which is 35 tickets, still fine. And I'm going to show you one simple trick, also how to sort them. So at the moment, they are not sorted. I think they are sorted by something, but as you can see, there's just like something like random key. So let's maybe sort them by key. And of course, you can actually hit space, put order by and key. But look, there is this little trick. So if you hit the the column key, is going to add automatically. Yeah, really cool. And now all tickets are sorted by the issue number. Very cool. All right, so I'm just going to have a look. Do we have any questions? Comments? Yeah, sure. I'm just going to show you how to use filters. So we've got one question. I'm going to show it from YouTube. Yeah. Sprints. Again, there is a command. There is actually a command to do that. But why not? I'm going to probably show you how to do it. And there's another question from our viewer. Very good question. Very, 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 very good question. So JQL is generally speaking available for everyone. Yeah, it is possible, of course, to limit access to the search, but I believe personally it is not possible to actually limit access to the JQL. So anyone who got access to Jira and anyone who've got access to the project can actually explore this functionality. I don't really know if it's actually possible even to do this, maybe. But there's another way. There is another way how to get access to the filters, and of course, I'm going to show how to create the filters. So if you navigate to the filters, there is actually advanced issue search. This is like to me kind of confusing. I have really hope Atlassian is going to do something with this, because originally, historically, this is the search. Yeah, I think this is the issue navigator, or the search navigator, however they call it. And as you can see, it is very similar to the stuff what we've been talking before, but little different. And what's the differences? So the difference is, as you can see, there's like little stuff missing over here, and the JQL, when you start typing, is still going to help you. You're still basically like go for approvers, or still going to go for ACE or something like this. It is still fine, but there's no this extra coloring thing. And of course, you can still switch to basic. Yeah? So it's like, I'm not really, to be honest, sure why they left it like this. And I'm not gonna lie, my favorite, if we don't get the cloud version, is approach to this is basically through this issue navigator from the project. Yeah, so strange, but okay. All right, so sprints, yes, there is actually a way to do it. So we have to actually have a look. Let's have a look. So do we have active sprint? Yes, we have active sprint. So if we go into the issues, So I am gonna delete, no, not maybe not delete, but go to the JQL. So project equals SSB, and if you, I think it's sprint, yes. So you need to have a sprint name. You need to have a sprint name. And I don't know, actually, I don't know what is that sprint name. Is not, oh, sorry, gonna be sprint name. If we go back to backlog, do we have a sprint? Create sprint? Yeah, I think we have. But at the moment, must be active sprints, obviously, because this is disabled. So if we, I think it's sample sprint 4. So let's have a look. Because it is 100% possible to have this filter. It's generally speaking, board is a filter. And sprint. Oh, the sprint is actually custom field. So I'm gonna think about this, how to do it, because I personally was thinking you can do it like this. Yeah, I think it should work. 24, yeah. So if you go search, there you go. So this is how you're gonna do it. Really simple. So you have to use the command sprint, and this is gonna be listed everything inside the sprint. And of course, I can sort them. I don't know, based maybe on the key. Okay, so really interesting actually subject. But now I'm gonna show you, and you've got also a quick example how to utilize that JQL almost on the fly. So there is actually, stay tuned, because we've got something more interesting to talk, which I'm going to do it right now, is the save. Please, 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 I can't stress this enough, please save your filter. Always create, like you can create like a base, but always save your filter. And maybe later you're going to end up like me with hundreds of them. Yeah, why not? Let's do save. And now naming so important. Don't don't do that like this, or don't just call it test or something like this. I call it SSB because I know this is going to be my project name, and I also will call it sprint for all issues. Yep. You can share it if you want. Why? Because if you save it, you can do some really cool stuff with this. For example, what? Exactly. Well, you can obviously copy them and paste into your Confluence and create a dynamic report. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to go open Confluence. Personally, one of my favorite stuff, I'm going to go to the page and go to create. I think there is actually a little problem with this. I'm going to go demo sprint page. I think they've changed something recently, so I believe this query is not gonna show. Oh yeah, it works actually twice. Because I've had the last time during the presentation some problem. But anyway, how I did this. So you're gonna create you have to actually create the filter. It's very important. Save it. Well, create a JQL, save it. So you've got a filter, and just copy the JQL. Just copy this, go to the page, paste them over here, and you've got a fully working dynamic report. I'm going to go to the super details because we spoke about this in the previous actually live sessions. Yeah. Right. So when the filter is saved, you can do something extra with this. But before we're going to do it, please, we don't go with super details about the JQL, because you can go, I can actually show you, like especially with the dates, or you can actually manipulate assignees or updates. If you are looking for an extremely, extremely good tutorial, which is obviously related to Atlassian page, about the JQL, please navigate to the, when in the search bar, you've got the syntax help. And if you open it, they will actually provide you access to the JQL commands and samples, and just like some examples with some even advanced, because believe me, you can spend like especially if you Scrum Master, if you manager, you can spend weeks or even months creating this stuff. And my one tip, what I can give you, if you're using actually version server, the JQL is little different, especially, well, it's not big differences, which is great. However, there will be some differences. Yeah. And what else we can do? We can also create very quickly dashboards. So we've got the next actually live, I think next week, or maybe I'm going to do it on Sunday. We're going to talk about the dashboard. So just to briefly actually show you what is dashboard. If we navigate to the top menu, I've got a demo actually about dashboard configured right here. It is possible, like you see over here, to have your very own report, like transcoded somehow into the dashboard gadget. Yeah, and I'm going to show you in the next live how to do it. It's a really pretty simple process. Okay, let's have a look. Do we have any more questions? So we've got lives every Friday, and I believe every Monday, and I also do weekend training. So it's going to be like probably between Monday, but I'm just trying to do between 2 to 3 lives every day. And if you stay till the absolutely end, I have to tell you that I am now start taking clients to my new Mastermind Group, when you can learn all this stuff, because I told you very little how to organize this JQs, how to create filters, how to do other stuff. So for $1 you can get access for whole month if you don't like it. But please, I'm going to just put the ticker right now. I'm still learning this software. Sorry, how to do it. Banners. There you go. If you go to projectflow.co.uk/VIP, it is going to forward you to this page. So for $1, you can get like a trial, and after that is $47 a month, or you can buy a whole year. And let me talk to you about our Mastermind Group. So this is the new version. We already have few training courses. We already got like crash courses. But what is the most important, because I really want to help you. So the biggest impact will be, you will be learning with myself. So I will be teaching you directly through the Zoom calls. That's why for the moment we do not have that many recordings, because this is going to be reserved for that our VIP group, when we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. I'm going to show you how to start from absolutely zero to more advanced in a matter of weeks, and I'm keep adding fresh content on a daily basis. So if you want to try, have a go. You've got in the, how they call it, the ticker, the address, and highly want to encourage you to join my other lives. We're going to do it. I'm trying to do it every Friday, every Monday, and also over the weekend. So thank you very much for today. If you want to ask me some questions, you can do it from my LinkedIn profile, from the Facebook group, or even from the YouTube. Oh, and by the way, new YouTube tutorials are coming very soon. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you in the next live session. Thanks a lot.